Hey, we're starting the playthrough again! Wait, why are we back here again? God damn it!
God damn it, MJ.
We're starting the playthrough with an extra heart. Hey everybody, this is... God damn it, now I'm doing it. Fuck.
It's contagious.
Yep. Always has been. So yeah, welcome back to more Second Quest hell. We're, yeah. It's Second Quest for you. In case you're wondering why I chose to do Second Quest, there are a few reasons for that. One, because not a lot of people do it. Two, well, if Kingslayer Koshi wanted to do it for his channel and we aired it here, I may as well let him do the original quest and not torture himself with this.
Yeah.
Third reason, I'm a masochist.
Yes, we've firmly established that.
Yep. Maybe
You're
that's why I like
glutton
Zelda 2.
You're a glutton for punishment, MJ.
Maybe that's why I like Zelda 2 and Skyward Sword.
Okay, Zelda 2 I will give you, but Skyward Sword,
Well, Skyward Sword isn't hard.
it's not that it's hard, it's just...
Although, some YouTubers may beg to differ.
It's not hard, it's just... Okay, the controls are wonky as hell.
Yeah, well, that was the Wii
story...
in a nutshell.
Yeah, the story... sucked.
I still say it's the best story in the Zelda series. I mean, yeah, the ending can be a little but... Oh no, it gave Zelda more character than any other game did.
Yeah, I like the character interactions. I did like that.
And that was part of what made it good, and why Breath of the Wild isn't good with its story at all!
But it's just that, you know, the overall, like, thing, and, like, honestly, I'm sorry, but Kirihim is a terrible villain.
Yeah, I mean, it was different. I mean, I didn't hate him, but he did feel a little out of place, I guess. And really, his whole purpose was, oh, to summon the Demon King, I sacrificed myself for him. Cool. Okay. I mean, I just think there could have been a little more of him to intimidate us. Like,
yeah, honestly, I feel like that.
In the end of every it was like the end of most of the dungeons he was there. It's like, oh, it's you again. Well, I don't have time to toy with you. I'm gonna let this useless monster deal with you. Cool.
Yeah. So basically, a discount Zan.
Yeah. 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 Well, you do find out. Well. Yeah. I guess true. You know, he is actually very comparable to Zan in that regard.
Yeah.
You do find out halfway through both games that they were working to revive a higher being. You just know in Twilight Princess, it's Ganondorf. Where in Skyward Sword, well, you know it's the origin story, so you can assume it's, well, the essence of whatever Ganondorf is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I honestly like Kirihim more than Zant, though. Because once you get to the second half, Zant just feels like a bitch.
Gee, I wonder which way I'm supposed to go.
I go in here! Hey, you want the magic sword? You can have this. Fuck you! I wanted that, too! But yeah, I like Kirihim more than Zant, at least. Like, Zant was pretty intimidating in the first half. After you realize his motives for Ganondorf, it's like, oh, well, it's really Ganondorf. And then you get to the fight with him, and he fucking just acts like he's throwing a hissy fit the whole time. It's like, I guess it kind of shows his immaturity to being a real threat. At the same time, like, belittles, like, everything he's done up to this point.
Yeah, but in terms of the fight itself...
The fight is really good. I will admit, the fight against him was amazing. I really do love this fight, the boss fights in Twilight Princess. They're probably my favorite throughout the whole series, but... Just... Oh, they killed his character.
And it wasn't even Link that dealt the final blow, it was him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was... The fight was great, but the way they handled Zant's whole arc, I guess you could put it, was not great. Then again, it's like they decided to throw Ganondorf halfway through. Or at least with the Skyward Sword, it felt like it was building up to it. I guess.
Not really,
I mean, it was more like it was going to be Girahim, and then halfway through, it's like, I must revive the Demon King! It's like, oh. So you're just his pawn, then. But at least he still tried to be a threat, knowing that. Although I have my own other little issues with Skyward Sword. Like, I like how during the boss rush, you remember fighting that giant whale in the sky?
Yep.
You like how he's not a part of it?
Uh-huh.
Instead, the Horde battle before the last fight with Girahim is part of it? Why? Why? That fucking pisses me off to no end. Well, other than fighting the prison 3 times. Then again, I'm pretty sure that's everybody's biggest beef with Skyward Sword.
Oh, yeah.
Like, as much as I am a fan of Skyward Sword, although I have been becoming less and less of a fan over time, fighting the prison 3 times was inexcusable.
Like, once, okay, cool, new type of boss. Like,
The
okay,
second
yeah,
time is like, okay, he got a little harder. It's like, alright, it's a little bit of a build-up. The third one was absolutely unnecessary.
And complete another dog shit.
Yeah, the third encounter was just, oh, let's give Groose more time. Also, probably most underutilized character of the series, in my opinion, Groose. Like, yeah, he's a fucking asshole like fucking Biff in Back to the Future, but...
Yeah.
He redeems himself, and I kind of wish there was a little more of him.
I mean, hell, like, half the time you don't even see some of the stuff that he does to quote-unquote redeem himself.
Yeah, it's just... I guess you assume he does it off-screen. Once he sees what you do against the prison the first time, he's just like, holy shit! He did that, and I just sat there like a bitch. Everything I've known is a lie! Ah!
It's like, am I real? Is this real? What's going on?
Yep, and then by the time you come back, he's like, hey, I decided to make myself useful. I'm cool with you now, because I realized that you're actually a badass. It's like, alright! Then again, I'm pretty sure most people like Groose from the game. Like, he probably is the best arc out of anybody. That's why, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of, like, in a weird sense, like, yeah, like, I feel like it's a combination of, like, him being both Biff from the Back to the Future movies and Vulcan Skull from Mighty Morphin.
Yeah. I mean, he probably was the game's best character. I could probably go with that.
I mean, I could definitely see him more comparable to Vulcan Skull, actually, than Biff. Because of the whole redemption thing.
Right, right.
Because, you know, because with Vulcan Skull back in the, the early days, like, they've lasted all the way to in space together. And you see them going from the stereotypical punchline of bullying is bad kind of ordeal.
Right.
To being, like, noble heroes who willingly, you know, stood up to evil. In the face of, like, and basically in the face of, like, an entire invasion.
Right. And then he sees what the Ranger does, he's just like, oh, shit.
Yeah, there was a couple times that they saw the Ranger identities. Like, hell, they gleefully cheered the Rangers on. Like, despite them saying, like, oh, we don't like these goody-goodies. Like, that's the whole thing, like, that they kind of stood in gray area for the longest time.
Right, right. And he's like, alright, I respect you now. Eventually. I mean, it's a good...
I mean, granted, a lot of the bigger moments, like, didn't, like, with the characters, like, they didn't come from the original team, which obviously most people probably would have preferred. But it's still validation here and there.
I mean, yeah, of course.
So it's at least something.
I love games with good character development. Again, why do people like Skyward Sword's character development? God damn it, I was turning this an opportunity to hate Breath of the Wild. I'm turning to Koji now. God damn it. God damn it, I really hope Breath of the Wild 2 is better. Anyway! Hey, we're the first dungeon finally after 3 episodes!
I'm sensing a little deja vu here. I can't put my finger on it.
I mean, yeah, the first dungeon, thankfully, is extremely familiar.
No, I meant the fact that it took us 3 episodes to get here.
That happened for yours too, right? I guess it did. Because we spent the
Yeah.
first 2 trying to explore everything from the rupees and getting the blue mail and all that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, at the very least, get the blue mail before the first dungeon, please. The first dungeon's not hard. It's the ones after this that get painful. Well.
Yeah, MJ's very scared of the first dungeon.
Uh-huh. Yeah, first dungeon's a nightmare. Uh-huh. Need my whippy-ass boomerang. Which, funny enough, I think when I did second quest for my channel, I never got that boomerang. I completely ignored it. Because you don't go to the friggin' right at the beginning of the dungeon, you'll never know that there was a boomerang in there. Oh, and of course have the magical shield. I forgot about that too. Because, well, you can block those frickin' energy balls if you do have it. Oh, cool. Useless room. This was fun. Yeah, by the way, the dungeon layouts for second quest are a lot harder too. Which I think you'll learn at the beginning of the shit once we get to the second dungeon.
Yay!
Oh. Oh god, Wallmaster!
Yep, they were in the first dungeon too, in the original quest.
Yeah, I always forget that they were in the first dungeon.
Yeah, it's in the room. It's in the room right before the boss. That's why.
Yeah, I usually only remember them from level 8.
Yeah, because they're more pronounced there.
Yeah, because you're in a room where we have to go around the walls, and then they come at you, it's like, oh, fuck! Really hard to run away from you assholes. Oh, don't worry, we're not even the worst of the gimmicks yet. And I'm sure you know well of at least one of the second quest gimmicks with the dungeons. And the, room exploration.
Oh, yeah.
And that's only the second biggest fuck you. That's only the second biggest. Oh. Once we get to Dungeon 4, you'll see my biggest fuck you to second quest. I don't even know if you remember what it is, but oh, it's terrible.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
I think I told you about it, but... Oh, don't worry. You'll get to see it in full force. It's bad. And it's my biggest reason to say not to play second quest like what I'm doing.
It's like, I'm playing this game just to tell you guys not to play this game.
Yeah, this is more of a, if you're curious, here's second quest and what it's like. And well, if you didn't see us play Zelda 1 and wanted to, well, here's a harder version of it. You're welcome? I mean, I figured people would be curious. Because, you know, the original Zelda 1 quest seems very memorable for a lot of people. And it's not too hard once you get the hang of it. But, you start on a second quest, you're just like, what the fuck? This is like turning into a frickin'... I was gonna say Battletoad situation. No, not that bad.
Oh, trust me, almost nothing will get to that level.
Oh yeah, that's another game we could do! Fucking Battletoads! Co-op! Oh god.
No!
Well, the Rare Replay version has the Infinite Lives cheat. Oh yeah, also! Sorry, go ahead.
That is true, like, we could.
Yep, the Rare Replay version does have the Infinite Lives cheat. But yeah, I was gonna say, by the way, note that trick I did with the Dodongo? Yeah, you drop a bomb, he'll eat it. However, if it explodes before he gets to it, he walks in the smoke, he gets stunned. You can kill him with the sword to get an automatic drop of bombs. That's a trick that can be very helpful in second quest. Because, yeah, this game likes to throw frickin' Dodongos everywhere. And, well, yeah. Second quest, I just killed the Dodongo, who's the boss in the second dungeon in first quest. We're not done yet. That was just for the fucking map. Oh, second quest, I hate you. I wonder if they're going to do another top-down Zelda game soon. I was gonna say, when I was thinking of least favorite Zelda games when you brought up, well, yeah, Skyward Sword. I was gonna say, you didn't play the DS ones, did you?
No.
Okay, that would explain why. I would say, there's a pretty easy contender for me for that one.
Spirit Tracks.
Surprisingly, no, the other one.
Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah. I actually didn't hate Spirit Tracks. I'm actually a pretty good fan of it, despite what you may believe. Like, I feel like Spirit Tracks executed a lot of things better. Although the train travel is not very great, a lot of the other things it does are pretty good.
Okay, then.
And, well, for one thing, there's one big major reason to hate Phantom Hourglass.
Is it one of the puzzles?
Also, hi, Alchemets's fuck you. No, not the puzzles, it's, a particular dungeon. The biggest criticism I think a lot of people have for Phantom Hourglass. How would you like to go through the same dungeon multiple times? And not only that, have to go in from basically the beginning every fucking time. Oh. Temple of the Ocean King is by far the worst Zelda dungeon in history. That dungeon sucks ass.
Right.
Like, it's terrible. It's just awful. I mean, Spirit Tracks also reoffered it, also high dungeon entrance. Spirit Tracks also redid it, but not nearly as bad. It was like, you went up the same tower, but you went up a different quadrant every time. Instead of having to re-trick through everything to get back to where you were. I mean, halfway through Temple of the Ocean King, you got a little checkpoint, but still. You have to still go through the first half in its entirety for the second trip. And you have to go through the second half 3 times.
Oh, the White Sword's in the same location it was initially.
Yes, thankfully. Yeah, you would have thought that would change. Nope. Some things in this quest don't change. A lot of them just tend to change.
Oh, and it is 5 hearts to get it, okay.
Yep, it's 5 hearts to get the white and... I want to say 10 to get magic, but it might be 12.
That's what I thought.
I don't fully remember, actually. God damn it. I want to say it's 12. Because I remember you get all the hearts in the original quest for Zelda 1. And you can basically have the magic sword for the last 4 dungeons. Fuck you! I thought there'd be a temple here!
Right.
But thankfully it's not all really terrible. It's just, you know, it requires you to use more of your thinking. It requires you to know a little more about the game. Including another ability that never really thought about too much, or at least I didn't. But you kind of need for second quest. Because the way a certain item works in the overworld.
Oh, is it the... It's the raft!
Yeah, oh, we'll get to the raft! We'll get to the raft!
Oh boy.
That's another angering one!
Oh, I think I just struck a nerve.
That's also another reason to hate level 4! Oh. Oh, don't worry. You think you've seen the worst of this. You've seen nothing yet.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Then again, I'm trying to think the worst dungeons are in this game. I think it's... 4 and 6 are the 2 worst, if I remember correctly. 4 for enemies and dungeon layout. 6 for enemies. Because you remember who comes up at level 6, right?
Oh boy.
Those assholes. As much as I hate the Dark Nuts, those enemies are the worst. Because they're usually paired with another asshole that makes you lose your fucking shield. And you lose your shield, you're fucked. It's like, oh, I'm gonna zap you from afar. Bam, 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 dead. there's a reason I drank a lot while I was recording Second Quest, just so you know.
Noted.
Yeah, just keep in mind, a lot of this playing I was doing was actually when I was mildly drunk.
Mildly?
Yeah, not crazy drunk. Just tipsy, if you will.
Hmm.
I believe it was like that for 2 other games I recorded, too. Oh, this was the one I drank the most for, I will admit. I figured, well, I'm just recording these for the gameplay, I may as well have a good time doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I should have just turned the game off.
That was your biggest regret.
Yep! They're like, I should have a good time playing this game! Turn the console off. Oh, that's better. Jeez. I'm still trying to think of other games to record post-commentary for. I'm trying to think more like games that you or Koshi may not want to play.
Hmm.
And Second Quest was honestly the first one that came to mind. Because I know you don't want to do Second Quest, and Koshi knows how bad this is. Which, I guess I will spoil for the audience. I do have original Metroid in the wing, too. Because, well...
Yeah.
I know Koshi, if he wanted to do original Metroid 1, he's got Zero Mission!
Yeah.
And, I would not want you to expose you to playing Metroid 1 as your first Metroid game. That would just be mean.
Right. It's like, but I gotta start where it all began. No, don't I, MJ?
Play Zero Mission! Much better off with that. Well, honestly, I'd say the best first Metroid game to play might actually be Prime 1.
Hmm.
Debatably. Because, I mean, yeah, a lot of the classic ones everyone remembers are 2D, but... Metroid Prime 1 is a great entry point to, like, the Metroid formula as a whole. And Metroid Prime 1 is, like, one of the easiest Zelda games. Metroid games! God damn it. Fuck it, I want a Zelda Metroid crossover for the next anniversary.
Oh yeah, they did come out the same year.
Yeah. Yeah, you never realize it because Nintendo only celebrates fucking Zelda.
Oh, they love the shit out of Zelda.
They certainly do. Probably because Japanese players don't like Metroid.
Probably. I mean, hell, they especially love Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I believe
So
that.
much so that the customer service waiting tone, no joke, is Hyrule Field music from Ocarina of Time. When you call the customer service for Nintendo America.
Fair enough.
I'm not joking, because I actually had to do that once.
Oh. Was that for something that was broken, or something for, like, you're waiting for a repair or something like that?
I was just waiting on something in general.
Oh, right, that was the, Pikmin 3 thing, right?
Yeah, that was the whole glitch thing with that whole, Club Nintendo thing, yeah, right?
Yep. Oh, by the way, how many of you people got Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is almost the same exact game as the Wii U version was?
I mean, they've added content to it,
They
so...
do have co-op as well, which is actually pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know a lot of people are bashing. It's like, well, I got this on Wii U. It's the same fucking game. It didn't prove anything. Well, think of it this way. You know how many people in Europe got a Wii U? Very, very few of them. You know how many Europeans have a Switch? A lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things that friggin' spoiled American players gotta remember.
I mean, hell, like, not many people in general had a Wii U, and way more people have a Switch.
Yeah, I think the U.S. might have been the Wii U's best-selling country, I think.
Yeah, because, like, it's one of those things where, like, the Wii U was a great console, like, don't get me wrong.
Its
But
marketing wasn't great, and, well, yeah, amongst other things.
Yeah, and plus, third parties just completely, just kind of just hung Nintendo out to dry.
The emphasis on the tablet controller could definitely displease some, although 3DS support was perfectly fine, which basically took use of 2 screens perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, can't translate that to Wii U for some reason?
Well, I mean, Ilko's like the biggest like all the handhelds like do really well in Japan.
They love
for
mobile
the
and
most,
handheld stuff, yeah.
well, that's because Japan in general, because of how on the go they always are. Like they love being able to have things like right there at the palm of their hand.
Yep. Yeah, that's why they love the Switch as well. Because, yeah, they don't even care about the console, the fact you can play it on a TV. They love the fact you can take it on the go.
Mm-hmm.
And you get basically console-quality games.
Yep.
And if the people complain about Wii U ports, the thing is, the Wii U, by the end of the day, is kind of a failure.
Yeah, I mean,
as much
as I love the thing, I'm not blind to the whole, the facts of like that it was, a commercial failure because of all the poor marketing.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why a lot of the ports are happening. It's getting some of the great games of the Wii U to a much wider audience. So as much as you may want to bitch about, why would I want to double tip in a game that's exactly the same for $60? Why isn't it like $40? I will admit they probably should be full price.
Like, it's like, hey, geniuses, you don't have to buy it if you already own it, and that's your biggest complaint.
I will admit. Sorry.
Like the game's probably a better version anyway, and the reason why they're porting it over is so they can get those numbers back.
Yeah, that's why Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is still the best-selling Switch game, although Animal Crossing is closing that gap.
Mm-hmm.
Although, yeah, I will admit they probably shouldn't be full price.
Yeah.
If they're $40, I'd be more accepting of that, unless they're actually adding something like with Mario 3D World.
Plus, like a lot of the games, like me and MJ joke about it a lot. Where anytime they announce like a new Switch port for like a Wii U game, I always jokingly say like, "Okay, time to throw my Wii U out the window."
I've already thrown 4 of them out the window. What came out this time? Xenoblade Chronicles X. There goes the 5th one. Fuck.
No, I just like anytime they announce another port, I just pick my Wii U back up just to specifically throw it out the window again.
Yeah. It still works though. It still works. All right. Well, that was a fun conversation, but yeah, we got the first dungeon finally. We're gonna make our way to the second because I forgot where it was this episode.
Woo!
Come back next time. We're gonna make our way there. So see you then.
Bye.